is that? It's brand new from Lanterns on the Lake. It's called Real Life. It's from their new album Versions of Us. It's coming out on the 2nd of June and features Phil Selway on drums, which has got a just beautiful, brilliant kind of drive and rhythm to it. I absolutely love that. New album then is coming out on the 2nd of June. Versions of Us on Bella Union, and as I said, they're doing some in-store shows around the album launch, and then a UK headline date kicking off on the 7th of November, Birmingham the Hare and Hound, and then all over the UK. Do check them out if you haven't seen them live. They're a great band. Reminder then, Thursday's theme is all around photography. Tomorrow from 8:30 on the show, we're going to be playing as many songs as we can around that topic. So I need as many suggestions in from you as is physically possible. Do that to edith.bowman@bbc.co.uk. You know, it can be as tedious as you like. Cameras, galleries, strike a pose. I will be playing Vogue at some point. I'll just kick off that. I'm just going to tell you now I'm going to be playing that. Such a tune. So that's tomorrow night at 8:30. And just to say as well, following the sad news of the death of the legend that is Tina Turner, BBC One are showing When Tina Came to Britain tonight at 10:40. And you can also hear some of her classic performances and interviews recorded at the BBC in 2 special programmes on BBC Sounds. I'll see you tomorrow.
This is Radio 2
on BBC Sounds and on your smart speaker.
Play BBC Radio 2.
BBC News at 9 o'clock. This is Justine Green. Tina Turner, the pioneering American singer who became one of the biggest pop and rock icons of the 80s and 90s, has died. She was 83 and had been ill for some time. She rose to fame in the late 60s alongside her husband Ike, with songs including Proud Mary and River Deep Mountain High. She then went on to enjoy even greater success as a solo artist after escaping their abusive relationship. Our media correspondent David Silito says she'll be remembered for her energy and her distinctive voice.
She was as compelling in her 60s on stage as she was in her 20s. It was, the energy. It was you knew immediately from the first second that there is a person with incredible presence. But you watch some of that footage from the 1960s, and it's compelling. You cannot take your eyes off her.
Tina Turner sold more than 180 million albums worldwide and won 8 Grammys over her long career. Radio 2's Tony Blackburn says nobody can compare to her.
You're talking about the Frank Sinatras and the Aretha Franklins and people like that. The amount of songs that she sold and the amount of records that she sold was quite tremendous. And I don't think there's anybody to compare with her, and there probably never will be. I mean, I remember seeing her at the O2, and the energy she put into her performance was just absolutely wonderful.
South Wales Police have said their nearest vehicle was half a mile away when 2 boys were killed in a crash on Monday evening and was not chasing them at the time. The police watchdog is investigating what happened in the Ely area of Cardiff. The force has insisted it's been open and honest with the public. The Chancellor Jeremy Hunt has admitted there's no room for complacency after the rate of inflation fell by less than expected last month. Figures from the Office for National Statistics show prices increased by 8.7% in the year to April, the first time the figure has dropped below 10% since last August. The Shadow Chief Secretary to the Treasury, Pat McFadden, says the government isn't doing enough to tackle the cost of living.
There are international factors affecting the inflation rate, but the UK has consistently had the highest inflation rate of the G7 group of industrialised countries. And we have to ask ourselves why that is. And the effect of that is increased pressure on household incomes and making it ever harder to make ends meet.
The head of the COVID inquiry has threatened the Cabinet Office with legal action unless it hands over unredacted WhatsApp messages and diaries belonging to Boris Johnson. Downing Street said the government was supplying all relevant material. The BBC understands that the owner of Jaguar Land Rover is to choose Somerset as the location for a new multi-billion-pound electric car battery plant. Tata had also been considering another site in Spain. And that's the BBC News. It's 3 minutes past 9.
Radio 2. Now, The Folk Show with Mark Radcliffe. BBC Radio 2.
Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the Folk Show. As I was chatting with Edith about Bob Dylan's birthday today, 82. Happy birthday, Bob. What do you get Bob Dylan for his birthday? As we said, an hour of other people covering his songs. You've chosen these, so if you don't like them, you've only got yourselves to blame. Difficult, isn't it? Choosing from the mind-boggling number of Dylan covers, and so, we pass the buck to you. So this is an hour of Dylan covered by request. First, Bob's ex-lover and someone who sung loads of his songs, Simple Twist of Fate, as done by Joan Baez.